Hey guys, this is René. Welcome back for another video on this channel. Today I want to review another expert advisor from the MQL5 market, and it will be, of course, the top performer when it comes to sales, which is currently the AI Gen 7 EA. Or is it 12? I think it's 12, right? Okay, but this EA is the one I want to talk about, the very first place in the sales ranks, or the one that has the most publicity right now. And yeah, we will first of all have a look at the MQL5 profile. Then later on, I will also download the program, show you exactly what you need to do to test it on your own PC in a demo account, if this is even possible. But yeah, we will see this. And then, yeah, I will tell you what I think about it, if it's a good or bad EA in my opinion, and if you, or the things that you should look at before or when you think about purchasing this specific program. So first of all, we can have a look at the sales page, and we will realize the EA is kind of expensive, over $1,000 US. There are over 100 purchases in the last month, and the seller is Denis Kornev. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. And if we have a look at the profile, we will see that there is, first of all, an AI-generated profile picture, which is not perfect. I would prefer seller to put their own face in the internet, so it gives a little bit more credibility, I would say, because if you just put a AI-generated picture, you can just go incognito at any time again. But yeah, this is how it is. We see this, EA had several updates already, and the first versions were released around 4 months ago. So it's not out there for a very long time. And this is something we will also see later when we look at the signals that are set up here. And there's also one interesting, one thing about the signals that you should be really careful about, and that you should observe carefully before thinking about purchasing this specific program. So let's have a look here. This text here says it is a AI program that has different strategies involved. You can see some details about the advisor development, which is great because he kind of explains the idea. But I mean, of course, with these explanation pages, you always have to be a bit careful, because people can write pretty much whatever they want. And a lot of people use AI just for marketing purposes. I don't know if it is the case with this specific expert advisor, but in general, AI is used heavily for marketing purposes, because it is like the new today, and people are always hyped when it comes to AI, because they think it's the holy grail that will predict the future, but in fact it cannot predict the future, of course. So there are different AI algorithms or programs used here, or how do you say, APIs. And yeah, there's a lot of explanation going on here. You can read this if you are interested. But as I said, I don't put too much weight on these texts, because we saw a lot of AI programs already in the past. I also reviewed some of them on my channel, and they also had these great explanation texts where they said they use the brand new AI algorithm, and after a few months, they were gone from the MQL5 market because they just crashed. So this is why I don't give too much, or I don't care too much about these texts. Then we have another linked article here where we can see the installation guide, and we see that this program needs a lot of URLs allowed for web requests. What does this mean? This means that the program will shoot web requests at these web pages and then get a response from the web page. We, for example, have a lot of web pages that I think will be used for news and news filtering. and some other web pages like OpenAI. And I don't know what exactly is used from these web pages, but yeah, you have to allow all of these web requests. This is not really, I think it cannot really harm your PC because the web request is, theoretically it could harm your PC, I think, but I think not with these web pages. But yeah, I don't know, forget this. But it just means that there will be web requests. Usually this is used for like news filters. There's one thing with these web requests, they usually do not work in the strategy tester. So I think news filters, if the program uses any, are not available in the strategy tester. Also, I'm very curious if we will even be able to test this program in the tester, because if the tester needs these web requests, we might have a problem, because as far as I know, web requests are limited in the MetaTrader 5 tester. What we see next is there's some more text, and you can read it if you're interested. And then we also see it's made for prop trading. Also, this is also something people like to write because it sounds attractive to many sellers. But what is really interesting, and this is something I really care about and I really look at, if you find real time or real signals, you should definitely look at this. Because here we can see we find 4 different signals, and we can see all of them are in profit, of course. But there are some things, that are interesting about these signals and how they are set up, which you might or you should care about. So let's have a look at the first signal, for example. Let's actually let's have a look at the actual first signal, which is this one. And I will explain what I mean when I say the actual first signal. Okay, so we can see it's a live account. It's with Tickmill, which is the broker, which is great. Actually, the rest are with different brokers, but I think Tickmill is one of the bigger brokers that is around for a long time. And it's great that they are live accounts. But we also have to realize that the initial deposit is really low. Like here, for example, it's $60, here it's 1,000, here it's 500, and here it's 500. So this is not a high deposit, and this is something that is important when it comes to these live signals, because the seller is not risking a lot here with these signals. Also, if this is the Forex account, where do we see? It's WellTrade. I don't know. Also, some accounts are cent accounts. For example, Forex, I think, provides cent accounts where you have to be kind of careful because it might look like a $500 deposit, but maybe it's a lot less. But yeah, what I actually want to talk about is here, just by looking at the growth and the balance and the equity, we can see that we generate a lot of profits. We will also see this in trading history. We see a lot of small profits. But if we lose a position, we do see a bigger loss than this, than the previous take profits, usually. So we will make profits most of the time, and then we have huge losses. And I just published a video a few days ago about how to interpretate, how to look and read balance curves. And if you have something like this, it usually means that you have a very high hit rate, which we also see here, and a small, and only few losing positions, but the losing positions are a lot bigger usually than the winning positions. And this is important to keep in mind. Also, I think we do not see too many trades here, do we? No, we only saw 48 trades in the last 4 months, or 5 months, or 6 months even, which is, I would say, not a lot. So we only see like 10 trades per month, and a overall statistic of like 50 trades. It is not really something that has a lot of power, I would say. It's not statistically relevant. So what else can we learn here? We can learn that, of course, the performance is great, but it's not really hard to make 100% performance on a very small account. And what sellers often do, I don't want to say it's the case in this specific example, but what sellers usually or can do to have a nice and working signal is they can just take, let's say $500, they open 10 accounts, every account with $50, and they just put the program on high risk, heavy trading mode. And then 5 of these accounts blow up, 5 of these accounts go great. And I mean, you can guess which of these accounts will be used as a signal for the MQL5 product. So this is something you have to keep in mind. These signals can just be the outcome of a super aggressive basket of different accounts. Also, yeah, we see the same thing here. Drawdowns are sometimes very big because we then see the losing trades. So let's have a look at the next signal. The next signal is a little bit different. The performance is a bit better or more stable, it looks like, but the growth or the equity curve is pretty much the same. If we have a look at the statistics, we can also see not too many trades, high hit rate, some losing trades. Actually here, the losing trades are so far, wait, where can we see the average losing trade? Can we even see this? Yeah, average loss is also a lot higher than the average profit, which of course creates this profitable or this high win rate. We can see this account is active from July on. So let's have a look at the next account. Next account, pretty equal. It's going up and down sometimes. Profits are generally, I think, smaller than the losses. I mean, I would be surprised if it wouldn't be like this. Yeah, it is like this again. So all of these signals kind of follow the same principle, which will, in most cases, or with a high chance, create a balance in equity that looks like this. It goes up a lot, and sometimes you have these bigger setbacks. Then the last account, oh, also, what I forgot to look at, and what is really important, this account, oh wait, this was the wrong order actually. So, to get this straight, the first account, the signal account was from May. The next one was from June. The next one was from July. And the last one that we see here is, oh wonder, it's from August. So every single month, the seller set up a new signal account. And all of them are going good so far. And all of them have this same principle applied that we saw for every of these accounts. Not too many trades. Most of these trades are relatively small profits, and some of the trades are bigger losses. And so far they are going good, but we also see that this salesperson, he set up an account every single month pretty much. And he might also set up an account in September and October. We just don't see it yet because they are not listed as a signal here. And this is, in my opinion, very interesting because these programs are often designed like they're very dependent on the point in time when you start trading these bots. Like sometimes if you have a starting point which is 1 month apart, it can have it can generate a whole different balance in equity. Because often, I don't know if this is a martingale or grid program, we will see this when we start testing. But with martingale grid programs, for example, it can make a huge difference if you start this month or next month. And if he sets up a signal like this every single month, if one of these signals eventually blows up, and chances are quite high, I would say at this point, then he can just take it offline. And the rest will most likely be still alive because he chose a different starting point for all of these accounts. And this would also be something that sellers in the MQL5 market can do. At this point, I cannot confirm that is this the case here, but this is something that sellers can do to deceive the potential buyer a little bit. So it's just something you should watch out for. So for example, if you want to observe this specific program for a few months, make sure to have a look at these exact signals, maybe save them to your PC or save the URL or the signal number. And if one of these signals is no longer available at some point, you should be very careful and you should ask the seller what happened and read about it. And yeah, these are the signals. Then we have some more information, for example, the recommendations. We should use it in gold and we can use it pretty much with any deposit. Then we see some backtesting pictures here. And if we have a look at the key figures here, for example, we can see the profit factor is 92, which is in my honest opinion, just completely unrealistic for live trading over a long period of time. I never saw this. I personally do not think it's possible, but this is just my personal opinion. All of these backtests are pretty much super great, but we can also see there are not like too many trades. Like for example, this one had like 500 trades, and I think the testing period is quite, oh no, it's not that long. Okay, no, it's kind of fine. We see quite some trades for the period tested. So this would be statistically relevant, but you also have to realize that these tests are highly optimized. And what I like about the seller or the profile is he has this risk warning here. He says that there is risk involved, future performance cannot be predicted, and the backtests are highly optimized to find the best parameters. The results are not transferable to real trading. And I like the honesty, and this is just true. Whatever you see here, it might have been like this in the past. But with programs like this, like the problem is that the future is unknown. And often these programs or strategies crash with just one big event that is not good for the strategy. And to figure out if this might happen to this program, let's have a look at it. So what you can do is, in your MetaTrader 5, you can always try a free demo of all the programs in the MQL5 market. And this is what you should absolutely do before thinking about purchasing such a program, especially if it is so expensive and if you want to use it with your real money. So what you want to do is, in your navigator in the MetaTrader 5, right-click Expert Advisors and then go Buy from the MQL5 market. Here you should find the AI Gen 12 EA immediately, or 7, I still don't really know. But yeah, if you click on it, you can click Download Demo, and this works for any program in the MQL5 market, which is super great in my opinion. Once you downloaded it, you will find it in the market. So in the Expert Advisors folder here, you will find a subfolder which is called Market, and then you should find the AI Gen whatever Expert Advisor. Then you can open your strategy tester by clicking on View Strategy Tester or by clicking Ctrl R on your keyboard. So yeah, once your strategy tester is loaded, I would suggest doing a visualized test first, and then you can go here, go to the market folder again and search for the program you just downloaded. In this case, it's this AI Expert Advisor. I will use Gold because it was recommended, and first of all, I want to test what is recommended. Let's have a look at what else was recommended. Time frame M30. So yeah, let's also give him the M30 time frame to figure out how it works in the best possible conditions. Then what you want to do is, of course, use the visual mode. So make sure this is ticked. And then let's have a look at the inputs. We do see a few inputs, and let's have a look at them and try to figure out what's going on here. Position type all. Okay, so we can say we want to buy or sell only. Then we can have the risk. I think 1 is small risk. 5, 7. Oh, now I know. The name is 12. AI Gen 12 Expert Advisor, because here it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we will go with, I don't know, like medium risk. Doesn't really matter. Risk decreaser. Higher means lower risk. Okay, somehow I think if we enter a drawdown, we will decrease the risk, is what I assume. But yeah, let's just keep it with the default settings. Recovery mode. Recovery mode is often the name for some kind of grid or martingale mechanism where you open more positions if you're losing, or where you open bigger positions if you're losing. Let's not use the recovery factor for now. Close on Friday. Okay, this is pretty self-explaining. Calculate lot size automatically. Manual lot size. Okay, we want to calculate automatically. We can use this prop firm mode. I will not use it for now, but it's, I think, kind of nice that it's a feature, because many people want to use programs for prop firms. Activate trailing. Okay, we do have a trailing stop, it seems, but yeah, let's not use it for now. And then we can decide what day we want to trade. Okay, so this is a little bit surprising to me. I was expecting less parameters that we can even configure, because often these programs come as kind of a black box where you cannot really make a lot of settings, but here we can make a few settings actually, where we can really have an impact on the behavior of the program, like for example the working days during the week. But yeah, let's have a look at the rest. So the next here we see magic number and comment. This is not affecting the functionality. And then we see GPT model. And I think this is important now because we have 2 GPT models, I think. I don't know the difference at this point, but yeah, we will just go with the default settings. I think, like from the name, to me, it would be logical that the turbo is a little bit more aggressive. But yeah, I don't know. In the text on the sales page, he said that these are different strategies. So you would have to test both if you want to learn as much as possible before purchasing. Then we have a strategy aggressivity. We have low aggressivity, mid, and high. We'll just go with low. And then we have ChatGPT functions. Yeah, we want to use the advisor. Somehow, I think we could use it as a filter or trade assistant, which is interesting, but yeah, we'll go with the advisor because I think this is the completely automated program. Apply news filter. So this is set to true, but as I said before, at this point, I think that the web requests are important or necessary for the news filter, so we will most likely not see this in the tester. This is also why the next parameters are not really important, and we can disable animations and show the menu, and we will just keep it as it is. So yeah, we have quite a few settings that we can do, especially to impact the risk, which is a good thing. And let's just give it a go. So click on Start in the lower right corner here in the strategy tester, and this should open a separate window with a visualized test. So you are simulating the program on historical data. The data that you chose here in the tester, here I'm choosing gold M30 chart from the current year, 2024. So what we can do here is we can wait until everything is loaded, and then we can have a look at the actual program. And yeah, here we can see it. So this is something we already saw in the screenshot on the sales page. Yeah, this is looking super fancy, but you should always be aware that whatever is in the chart, like all the information, it is not, I mean, it looks fancy, but it is, first of all, not necessary for the expert advisor to work. It's often just to please the user. And also often it's a marketing tool, because this is not really giving us a lot of information, I would say, at this point, and it's just going back and forth. So yeah, I don't know if this is, like, most of the time it's just used for marketing. So we can see the EA seems to do a lot of work pretty much, and it's very, very slow. Which is not super cool for testing, because it takes a super long time to actually test. Wait, what's going on here? And yeah, we can see the program is drawing some stuff in the chart. It's going up and down here. I don't know, it's marking some kind of range. We don't see any indicators. We don't see any information pretty much. So I don't know if this visualized test is giving us so much. Maybe if I change the properties and make the chart black, maybe we see some more. Let's try this. But yeah, we also don't really see a lot. And yeah, I would love to see a trade here. But with this current speed, it will actually take a very long time. So if you minimize this visual tester window, it sometimes speeds up the test a bit, but yeah, it's not really going a lot faster, I would say. So I will just let this run in the background a bit and fast forward to the actual first trade. Oh, there is something going on here quite quickly. So we can see there's this triangle drawn in the chart. Also, the pattern search performance is now red and at a higher level. So I assume that we are about to see a trade soon. So yeah, one little update. We do see more and more of these rectangles, and in the data window here in the chart, we can see that now the pattern allocation is higher and red. and the pattern search performance is lower again, and the pattern prediction is also red and a bit higher. So yeah, it's funny, nice, entertaining to look at. But yeah, so far there's nothing really happening, and I still have to wait for my first position. Maybe if I increase the aggressivity, maybe I see more positions, but this is also something you can test on your own device. Talking about the strategy, I can already say that I won't be able to say a lot about it because we don't have any information about indicators. We just pretty much see the chart and these not rectangles, these triangles. But this is not really giving us a lot of information. I think the program is working with some kind of chart patterns, but also, it's almost impossible to really say what specific patterns we are searching for. I can try to interpret a trade if I see one, and then also I want to do a non-visualized test to see if this is going faster. But if it's going as fast like this for the whole time, it will take days to really test a few backtesting days, which doesn't really make sense to me. So let's wait for the first trade. Yeah, I'm waiting for 50, 20 minutes now, and nothing's really happening. Like, the test is so slow. So I will test. I will end the visualized test now, and I will do a non-visualized, and then try to figure out if this is faster. But if it's also as slow as this, I cannot really do a long-term backtest because it's taking hours. You would have to run it on your VPS really in the background for multiple days to get actual results. So yeah, let's go back here and let's do a non-visualized backtest, and let's start this one and let's see if this is going fast or if it's also going super slow, because if it's going super slow, I won't do this test here. It's taking too long. But let's wait for this, and then we just have to, or I just have to. Okay, the non-visualized test is fast, or kind of fast. But in the end, I think I will have to say that I cannot really tell you what this strategy does. It is kind of a black box where we only know that it most likely uses some kind of AI, but it's always hard to really tell you something without seeing the code or without seeing any indicators and everything. It's all looking fancy and shiny, and the backtests obviously are looking super, super great, but as it's written very honestly here, honestly, in the on the sales page, the backtest is highly optimized, and you cannot really predict the future with these tests, of course. So we will see probably just a very good backtest here. So but this is, as the seller said, it's optimized. So maybe we should at least test a different period. Let's test, for example, the years from 2010 on. And let's see if this gives us a different picture, because then maybe he might not have optimized as far back as 2010. But this testing process is something you can also do on your own. I just wanted to tell you that this program is not out for a long time. There are only a few months traded. The signals are looking a bit shady, I would say, especially because there's exactly one new signal every month. And often the reason for this is that if one signal crashes, you can just take it offline and the rest will be still profitable. So what I would recommend is especially save these signals, observe them for quite a time, and then see if one magically disappears. Also, what I didn't do yet is have a look at the reviews. I mean, I did it before, but not in the video. Here we can see the buyers, of course, do not use the program for a long time, and of course, it's going quite good. But some of them also say that they had a few wins, and then they had a few losses, which kind of took away all of the profits. Also, what we do see is some of these users didn't leave a comment to the rating, and I still don't really know what it means. I think the ratings were deleted somehow. I don't know how it happens. For none of my products that I have in the MQL5 market, I see this rating, like user didn't leave any comment to the rating. I never saw it for any of my products, and I don't know how this happens. But yeah, I assume that this might be bad reviews, but I'm not sure about this. Also, yeah, it's just not out for a long time, so we cannot say too much. So let's wait until this test gives us some more information maybe, and then it's time to wrap it up. Okay, yeah, here we can see also tested from 2010 on. The test is just looking perfect, so also this is not giving us too much information. I mean, we can see that sometimes the equity is way below the balance, but also I do not really expect the program to crash with this specific symbol, with this specific time frame, because as the seller said, it's over-optimized for this symbol time frame period, so I do not expect it to crash. But what we can see here, if you have these gaps between the equity and the balance, and the program is not over-optimized, there is a high chance that these dips here will also hit the stop loss quite often. So yeah, you will have to keep in the back of your mind that in the live account it will be different, and this is also what some of the reviews here already have shown. Like, not everyone is only having profits. Some of the wait, where was this comment? Some of the guys here are also having a more or less break-even experience, or we also have these comments that were deleted for whatever reason. So yeah, this is pretty much all I can say. It's not too much, but I hope that I was able to help you a little bit with, or give you some information how I would approach working with these products on MQL5, like especially monitor the signals. And as I said, if one disappears and there's not a very, very good explanation, it's a good reason, or that's a really good sign that the seller is just, yeah, that he just wants to deceive you a bit. But so far, this is a quite honest page. He says it's over-optimized, and it is. It won't be like this in the future. In the end, you have to decide if you want to invest your money in such a black box, which it is in the end. Personally, I am not a fan of this, because I like to know what the program is doing, what the strategy behind is. And if it's just AI as an explanation, this is not enough for me. But it might be different for you. You can definitely make profits with this program in the future. This is something I'm pretty sure about, but also I'm pretty sure about that it is at a high risk. So yeah, this is it. And let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe one of you or some of you already purchased the program and can give us some more information. Drop it in the comments below, and that's it. See you next time. Thanks for watching, and have great trades. I'm out. Bye.